You know.
Are you coming to a party? We got one Friday 29th. I don't know. I'm gonna watch something on the TV. There's a good film. What is it? Not been confirmed yet.
It's to be confirmed.
Yeah.
But I can just say this. I won't be at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange.
But I remember when I was little, my sister used to work in W.H. Smith's, and she used to come home like every Thursday. She'd been paid big bag of sweets for me, and the TV Times.
The TV Times, of course, because you're working class. Sort of.
TV Times.
The radio Times for a classier, middle class gentleman like myself.
But the bumper edition at Christmas, it's like 2 weeks of telly. She'd sit down, like that Thursday night, sit down with my sweets, and we'd tick off all the things we were going to watch over the next 2 years. Didn't happen, did it? Because I was squeaking around, hyperactive, making people play with my toys, stuff, and not watching telly, really.
But if you watched any telly, it'd have been really rubbish stuff. The whole family was like, I imagine probably Dennis Norden's Laughter File, Volume 12, or whatever it is.
I don't think even Dennis Norton was going there.
Whereas you see, we in our house, of course, we'd just switch off the TV and we'd perhaps just listen, to the concerto on Radio 3.
Ooh, yeah, we weren't allowed to turn the telly off. Really.
I don't know what a concerto is. I've just said that word.
I'm assuming. I don't know what a concerto is. It's like just a posh word for concert, isn't it?
I think so.
Is it? Yeah. What's a concerto?
It's one of those. Maybe it's one of those instruments, the kind of squeeze box.
That's a concertina.
It's a concertina.
Yeah.
My nan used to play a concertina.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's interesting to you. I don't know why you choose the concertina of all the instruments to play. I mean, it's not the sexiest, only kind of sailors.
My nan used to have one, but she doubled up as an iron lung.
Nice.
Which was good. And so when she, when she had a bit of an attack, we not only were warned, but we had little tunes.
That's beautiful.
As well, yeah.
Could you play your gran?
You can play your gran, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Once she had a bit of an accident, she said, sit down, kids, and she came in there, and she had a corrugated neck.
Ah, of course.
Where it had gone horribly wrong. Go on.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
It's happening again, Steve.
What's happening?
It's going all wrong. Yeah. We're talking rubbish.
Are we?
Yeah.
We should have played 2 in a row.
He's having a go, isn't he?
Blimey.
Gorillas, Rock the House.
Yep.
XFM 104.9.
Who are you?
Ricky Gervais. Who are you?
Steve Merchant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Together again. I can't believe it.
The old team.
They said it'd never happen.
Plus Carl, he presses the buttons.
Let's not draw attention to him. Okay. We were talking about squeeze boxes.
Yes.
And got me to thinking, what's happened to them?
You don't see them.
Do you know what I mean? Instruments should be around forever. You know what I mean? The piano forte, as I call
it's a classic.
Been around forever. They invented it. It's around. The saxophone was only, I think, the 20s or 30s. But I can't imagine it going away.
There's a number of instruments probably dying out.
Lute.
The lute you rarely see now.
You rarely see, except maybe on a Men Without Hats.
What was Men Without Hats?
Or Marillion.
Right.
Men Without Hats. We can dance if we want to. And Pierre Trudeau's daughter was in that video.
Who was that we saw in a sandwich shop yesterday?
Well, he might not want us to, he might want to be people to know that he was in a sandwich shop.
It's fine, it just shows that he's human.
Bruce Dickinson, he didn't recognise him. I went, look.
Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden.
I had no idea.
Fella, isn't he?
I'd say he's really tiny. It was almost laughable. Is he married? That'll annoy me. But
you've just alienated yourself from a lot of heavy metal fans now, because he's pretty much of a guru.
They never leave their bedrooms, Rick.
But they've got powers. If they're putting crystals now on toads, and they're going to turn you into a...
All right.
All right, well, no.
Let's having a go.
I wasn't having a go. I stopped myself, realising it wasn't much of a threat.
Rick,
right, go on.
What else is dying out? Pipes.
Pipes.
You never see people smoking pipes.
Why
Young people now are not smoking pipes.
No.
You see old people, you're right, but kids, you've got to start taking up pipes, otherwise they're going to die out. Because the people of the older generation, they're going to die soon. I'm not smoking a pipe. I should be.
With pipes, though, was it like the fashion where when you smoked, you started, at a young age and then carried on, or did you just start at 50?
But no, because if you see sort of shots of kind of sort of professorial types from the 1930s when they're at Oxbridge, they're always smoking pipes in a tweed jacket.
Yeah,
that was when they started, like university.
Yeah, but they still do. Lots of things that should die out in the rest of the world carry on in Oxbridge colleges.
Yeah, but my point is...
Boaters.
All right. All I'm saying is that they're not even in Oxbridge now, they're not even smoking pipes.
I bet there is.
There's no one smoking pipes.
I bet there is.
Right, I'd like to know if there's anyone listening who's under the age of 30 that smokes a pipe regularly, and I don't mean like a crack pipe.
And I guarantee they went to Oxford or Cambridge.
Okay, what's the number?
08700 800 1234.
What's the email?
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Pipes are dying out.
Yeah.
Snuff, that's as good as gone.
Yeah.
Snuff.
Yeah, trilbies.
My friend always said if he won like loads of money on the lottery, he'd like to try really hard to try and bring back, as a fashion accessory, the cape. Because the capes are classy.
I quite like the cape.
The cape's brilliant because you can kind of mask your face with it.
Yeah.
Dracula-like.
You can have it off but still on but still off.
Exactly.
It's not like a coat. You know what I mean? Where you drape it over your shoulders and that can fall down.
Carl, you're not a fan of the cape. You're turning your nose up at the cape. That's a madness.
No pockets.
Good point. You could have some kind of inner sort of smuggler's pocket.
If they did that, I'd buy one.
Poacher's pocket. If they did that, I'd buy one.
Well, I'll tell you what. That sounds good. That sounds good. It's just gone half-assed. It's the new feature.
I can't believe
that
it.
sounds good.
For a minute there, I was completely lost.
Yeah.
Remind me again, what's That Sounds Good?
I
thought, no, hang on, it's That Film Sounds Good.
Oh yeah, that film sounds good. Right, this isn't my famous film review, which I've got coming up.
Right.
Look forward to that. It's brilliant.
Yes,
it's quite a delicate subject, but I think I deal with it sensitively.
Brilliant. Okay.
This is That Film Sounds Good.
Right.
And I've taken.
Remind us again what that is. What this feature is.
I'm going to pick a song from a film.
Okay.
That's on from the soundtrack. Right.
Yes.
I'm choosing a song from Jackie Brown.
Okay.
Great film.
Yeah, brilliant film.
And this is Across 110th Street by Bobby Womack. It's fantastic.
Wonderful song.
You'll only like this if you're really cool.
Yeah, if you're really cool, like say us.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what I did was alright. Trying to break out of the ghetto was a day-to-day fight. Being down so long, getting up didn't cross my mind. But I knew there was a better way of life, and I was just trying to find. You don't know what you do till you put under pressure. Across 110th Street is a hell of a tester. Across 110th Street, pimps trying to catch a woman that's weak. Across 110th Street, pushers won't let the junkie go free. Across 110th Street, woman trying to catch a trick on the street. Across 110th Street, you can
across 110th Street. It's great, isn't it?
That's a lovely feature.
And that's the first feature. Ooh, that film sounds good.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant, yeah.
I'm thinking of actually bringing out maybe a compilation of.
I'd love to hear it.
Song for the lovers.
What
maybe.
sort of things can we hear? Can we expect in the future? I know you're a big fan. This is brilliant. He bought the soundtrack to the film Braveheart, which is just kind of let me just explain. Which is just kind of big orchestrated numbers, right?
James Horner.
As far as he's concerned, that's classical music. He's got a classical music CD in his collection. It's the music from Braveheart.
Oh, I sit there and I think, yeah, mate, I'd probably sort of lead my people's.
Yeah,
you know.
He's obsessed with Braveheart. He actually sort of relates to William Wallace. He actually thinks, yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd be doing.
Yeah. It is. No.
What was it you were working out to the other day as well? He's got like a personal like gymnast or whatever. What's it called? Is it a gym expert? A trainer? You've got a personal.
I box with this bloke.
Yeah, he goes boxing in like some underpass somewhere. Right? Every day. Like, every single day. He goes boxing, right? But and what was it you were training? What did you tell me you were training to this week? God. What music did you have on?
Oh my God. I have actually. Now I know this, but I have actually gone red, haven't I?
Yes.
Right.
It's very hard to embarrass.
I was working out and training and boxing. Oh my God! You're gonna have to play a record after this. To the Rocky soundtrack.
To the Rocky soundtrack. He's bought a CD which has got the best music from all of them. Now, was it Eye of the Tiger or was it?
It starts off with Eye of the Tiger, then it goes Hearts on Fire. That's me sort of right off my. Then it goes dun 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 dun.
Does any of your training with your trainer? Does it ever involve you running through snow with a log chained to your back, like in Rocky
and helping?
IV?
I often have to help Russian peasants because their cart horse is like falling over, but I lift it up. Whereas the other fella, he's training in a posh gym having injections. I'm not. I'm just like breaking rocks and punching dead cows.
Where'd you get that from?
It's handy, wasn't it?
Put it on.
No,
what is it?
That's the
He can't hear because he's got. Put your headphones on.
What was it?
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
That's magnificent.
Yeah.
That's now Ricky Gervais's theme tune.
Yeah.
Every time we start the show, we should just start with that.
Win, Ricky, win. U2, Walk On. I've got to give it to them. I hated U2 for about 15 years.
Like
I know, but I love that one now. I just love that album. They can't put a foot wrong.
Do you ever listen to the whole album? Because I know you tend to buy albums just for the singles, when you could, of course, just buy the singles.
I know where he's going. I bought Light Funky Ones.
Oh, I wanted to say that.
Yeah, I bought Light Funky Ones because I...
The Light Funky Ones. Do you remember the Light Funky Ones? That was about like a year ago. What did they do? They did Girl in a Green Dress, Girl on TV.
And Abercrombie.
That one that, Summertime Abercrombie and Fitch. The girls are wearing up. Do you remember that? It's like a light sort of summer...
Listen,
nonsense.
I've got a lot of money. It's nothing to me, okay?
The Light Funky
I want a bit of Light Funky Ones once. That's 15 quid. It's nothing to me.
You put the two singles on, right? Never listened to the rest of the album.
I never listened to the two singles again either.
The Light Funky Ones.
Oh, it's just my street cred's gone down it. Rocky soundtrack and the Light Funky Ones. You'd make two mistakes.
Right, let's not forget Braveheart, the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, it's a good film.
Rick, we were talking earlier about stuff.
True story about a little Australian freed the Scottish.
The stuff that's dying out that I think you and I single-handedly need to kind of resurrect and salvage. Yeah. I thought the Trilby was dying out.
Yeah.
I'll surprise you, and yet, watching Top of the Pops last night, Jamiroquai was wearing one, and then lo and behold, Danny Minogue came on, she had one as well. I thought, blimey, there's two people there trying to salvage the Trilby, and good luck to them.
Well, that's on its way then. Let them do that.
The Trilby's fine.
Let's do something else.
But the bowler hat...
the bowler hat.
I never see the bowler.
I always fancy myself in a bowler hat.
I love a bowler hat. Carl, would you wear a bowler hat? I know you'd wear the cape.
I did wear a Trilby.
You wear a Trilby, really? You must have looked like a...
That's brilliant. What, because you're a Mancunian?
Well, there was a phase, wasn't there, in about 90... When was it?
I think that was just round your way.
It might have been. It was in Manchester.
Did someone get a job lot of Trilbys and persuaded you kids? Yeah, I tell you what's trendy. No, Sean Ryder wears one of these. Does he? Yeah, go on. Yeah, quid. And everyone in your street had Trilbys on.
But you've never worn a bowler?
Never.
What about Kangol bowler? You might think about it.
Out again.
I'll tell you what. I would like to wear a bowler hat in a dark, but I'm worried I look like one of those little fellas off the Home Pride advert.
The Home Pride guys, they've been persevering with the bowler for years.
They still look good in it though,
They're still looking good. They're dapper guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the Jolly Green Giant. He had quite a distinctive look, which is obviously one I've been thinking of exploiting.
What the little I know the little sort of like a little dress.
Was it Corncroft that made up his little skirt?
Yeah.
What was the Jolly Green Giant so jolly about? He was very pleased. It can't have just been the sweet corn and the peas.
No, I reckon it was his enormous jolly green knob. I mean, he must have got up every day and gone, look at that. He must have been so happy.
The only thing that's like, in the case of the Jolly Green Giant, or like when Gulliver was a giant and he was in Lilliput and all the Lilliputians, they helped him out, they were feeding him and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a giant like that in that situation, how do you sort of have a little sneaky
tug?
You know, a little tug, a little J. Arthur Rank.
I don't know, because it's like...
It's very tricky to do that
Because you're as big
secretly.
as their mountains,
Exactly.
aren't you? You can't hide. They go, oh, you know, I mean, there's no...
Well, yeah. All the little village probably just thought it was a tidal wave or something. Do you know what I mean?
That's pretty grim, though. I
Yeah.
mean, the tidal wave's pretty desperate.
I know.
It's how would he have gone to the mayor and said, I need a Kleenex the size of a tennis court
Yeah.
and a gigantic copy of the Daily Star.
No,
Yeah.
I never understood with giants how they actually got that big in the first place, because what food was around to make them... Because not only were they, like, big, but they were muscly big.
They
Like,
did-
they ate well.
They ate whole cows, probably.
When,
Yeah,
Carl,
it's-
you know,
It's not well documented, Carl, is it?
you know they don't actually exist and never have. Okay.
Right, it's time for a feature, I think.
Oh, Carl, I've got. So there was a TV show I watched once on the History Channel. This is the History Channel.
Yeah.
It was the history of werewolves. Right, the history of werewolves, and the whole show is predicated on the fact that at the end we'll tell you if they ever existed or not.
Yeah. Just waiting. And I go, oh, come on, we're going to be late. Hold on, he's going to tell us if they
Exactly.
existed or not.
Carl, werewolves.
Michael Aspel was in it, and Michael Aspel is a top broadcaster and therefore would not associate himself with something that did not exist.
Under the covers, time, gents.
Under the
Cover
covers,
me
run
up,
for
cover me
cover.
bad, run for cover. Here come the covers. Covers. I
This-
like cover songs.
This is a cover version.
Yes, this is from an album which is a bit hit and miss, as these things often are. It's different artists covering the songs of Leonard Cohen. You've got the Pixies on there, R.E.M., Nick Cave, different people. This, bizarrely, is Lloyd Cole, not someone I'm normally a fan of, but doing
I
a
like
version,
Lloyd Cole.
doing a version of the fantastic Leonard Cohen song, Chelsea Hotel.
it's
Play it, Carl, it's
fantastic.
beautiful.
Remember you well, Chelsea Hotel. You're talking so loud and so sweet. You were giving me a hand on the unmade bed while the limousines wait in the street. And those were the reasons. And that was New York. We were running for the money and the flesh. And that was called love for the workers in song. Probably still is for those who've been left. And then you got away, now didn't you, babe? You just turned your back on the crowd. Yeah, you got away, I never once heard you say, I need you, I don't need you, I need you, I don't need you, and all of that jiving around. I remember you well in the Chelsea Hotel. You're famous, your heart was a legend. You told me again that you preferred a handsome man, but for me you would make an exception. And clenching your fists for the ones like us who are oppressed by figures of beauty. Yeah, fixed yourself, you said, well, never mind, we are ugly, but we have the music. And then you got away, now didn't you, babe? You just turned your back on the crowd. Oh, you got away, I never once heard you say, I need you, I don't need you, baby, I need you, I don't need you, and all of that jiving around. jest. I loved you the best. Can't keep track of each fallen robin. I remember you well in the Chelsea Hotel. I don't think of you that often.
Lloyd Cole doing his version of Chelsea Hotel.
Under the covers.
Under the covers. I thought it was a beautiful version.
It's lovely.
You know that apparently
Really
I think
nice.
it's that song
sweet.
written by Leonard Cohen originally, and I think it's about his brief romance with Nico, who made a name, of course, with the Velvet Underground, and was a tragic drugs victim. But it's interesting because I'm looking at this as a compilation called I'm Your Fan, which is cover songs of Leonard Cohen's music. And as I say, R.E.M., there's people on the Nick Cave who are still going. There's a couple of names you don't tend to hear of that often now. The House of Love.
Oh yeah.
Rarely hear them, do you? That Petrol Emotion.
Oh yeah.
That Petrol Emotion.
Yeah.
Who else we got on here? It says Robert Forster. Now, is he a musician or is it? I don't. Robert Forster. I don't know.
Well, if you know who Robert Forster is, I thought he was a writer.
The Lilac Time.
The Lilac Time.
They're on there as well.
You can't just say a name of a band and laugh.
You can if it's the Lilac Time.
Wow. We were.
Did I tell you before that my friend and I once listed words we thought but aren't, like cassock? We always thought.
Yeah.
And
bollards.
Bollards. And he always pointed out the Blow Monkeys.
Yeah.
Which I was.
That could be a very rude word, but isn't.
It isn't. Okay,
That
that's
could be a
fine.
new feature, couldn't it? We're featured up, aren't we?
Aren't we? This is brilliant.
We've still got the film review to come. Song for Lovers is coming up in a few minutes.
Song for the ladies.
Yeah, Song for the ladies. What else have
If
we
I can
got?
squeeze in a hip hop track, I'd love to do it.
Yeah, that's called our hip hop track bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's just
Do we
amazing.
have a classic song, Rick?
What were you thinking of?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe something by Nirvana.
Well, there's their biggest classic. You mean?
Ideally.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm looking forward to Pop Idol.
Pop Idol. I've not been watching it.
You're joking?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened really. I've lost interest.
Oh well, it is like most things. Like the preliminary rounds.
Always
that's
much more
when
exciting.
all the real freaks and no hopers, you know. But sometimes I watch those sort of things and I sort of laugh and I think, oh dear, I shouldn't be laughing at him because he's not just rubbish. He's verging on the mentally ill. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes people that go along, you want to go, who told you to go along? What were you thinking? Right?
Well, it's the fact that there was no one to stop them going. That's what's even more terrifying.
Yeah, I know. And Simon Cowell's good.
He's great value,
He's
yeah.
amazing. Foxy, I like Foxy now.
I know. I've warmed to.
He's come round, Dr. Fox. He's a lovely little shiny tree trunk.
Now, often I notice he's not always there week in week. Is that because he's off doing medical operations?
He's got his practice still.
He's got the practice. He's got to maintain that.
Yeah. You know, is on.
Isn't it the big ones tonight? I mean, when I say the big ones,
Capital Radio. He's still on Capital Radio.
Yeah.
That he's got to do. So you know,
isn't it some of the big names though? It's Darius Dinesh tonight.
It's Darius and the Fat Boy.
And the Fat Guy,
the big
yeah.
thing that makes you.
Well, I noticed in the Sun today is saying vote for me because of my musical talent, not because I'm huge and you feel sorry for me.
Yeah, well, that's good. I think that's right. But he has got a great.
Darius, I noticed he shaved his beard off.
He's a new man.
He looks slightly laughable though. He's got quite a weak chin.
He's having a laugh.
Well,
he's dissing Darius.
I'm not claiming to be a pop star.
Well.
Oh, can you feel the love in the room?
Yeah, let's have a little song. No, but I'm looking forward to it. My favourite all the way through has been the little fella with the stutter. I'd like Darius to get.
Yeah, I think it's almost certain he's going to win. I don't think there's any excitement.
Or that Welsh girl who was very good.
Oh, yeah.
The one that made Pete Waterman cry.
Yeah,
That was great.
Yeah.
She was good though, wasn't she?
Yeah,
was good,
they're great. They're really good. But you know, it'd be nice to see Fatty get some
He's too
recognition.
I mean, he's just a weird shape though. It turns my stomach, and I'm one to talk.
Steady on.
No, I know.
He's just, you know,
He's just doing his job.
it's, you know, glandular.
Yeah.
It's not as greed. But you know, he's got a good voice, and why not?
Good luck to him.
We've had Demis Roussos in the charts.
Yeah.
Alison Moyet.
There's not been a fatty for a while, has there? Who's been a big star? I mean, Moye may well have been the last one.
Jerry Watts, she sorted herself out after becoming famous. She was pretty big, wasn't she?
Who? Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was never a bloater. Have you seen this bloke off Pop Idols?
Yeah.
It's like he's got 3 Jerry Halliwell strapped to his waist and then wearing a big coat over the top.
To smuggle them in.
Yeah, exactly.
To a no Halliwell zone.
I reckon I tell you what he's going to do. I reckon he's going to take it off, and it's just a big fat outfit, and it was like to prove, you know, the prejudice of the world.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Hey.
And how come that little fella with the stutter doesn't stutter when he's singing? Hold on.
I noticed that's cleaned up actually.
I bet she's not even Welsh.
Exactly. And apparently Darius is not a knob.
Dandy Warhols on XFM 104.9. About 20 past 2. The Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, he's still here.
The Christmas ads that come on, I noticed. They're on now. And I noticed, I was watching telly last night, and do you think that the advertising executive for Cadbury's Roses chocolates just comes in once a year and they go, what you got this year? And he goes, what about some workmen and some old ladies singing thank you very much, thank you very, very much, just shot in a street somewhere? Yeah, that'd be fine. It worked last year.
Yeah,
That's been going like since I can remember. I've never seen another advert for Cadbury's Roses except that.
Exactly. Well, there's certain things that conjure up Christmas, like you got your turkey and all that, and you got your roses.
Yeah, Woolworths.
Yeah, you got all.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Pizza.
Pizza. Woolworths. Drink driving. Oh dear. God, sorry, I forgot what I went in for.
What were we doing? We were doing something. Be careful, there's a lot of money involved here, Steve.
Oh, you can't say.
Don't stitch me up.
I was reading the paper this week that Charlotte Church, little kind of singing sensation, she's been slagging off the firemen who've been salvaging people and wreckage and stuff.
Been slagging them off.
Well, apparently, I saw on the news. I saw on the news that she's apparently, and she claimed that she'd been misinterpreted.
Right.
But the Channel 5 News thought this was a big enough story to say that Charlotte Church had been saying that the September 11th tragedy had been blown out of proportion.
Right. That's different to slagging off the firemen.
No, but that's what they said. They said that she felt that they were being held as kind of heroes and they were just doing their job.
Right. Oh, well, that's a little bit stupid to say anyway, a little bit insensitive, and yeah.
But it's sort of, because it's like, did you read about...
Why do you care? Why does anyone care what she thinks about September 11th anyway? It's the same as those things like during a presidential election, or when I'm elections, it's these things they preach. Billy Piper says, I've always voted Labour.
I know.
Who's going to go, hold on, H from Steps, he's a Conservative, hold on, what's going on? I don't know if he is or not. I don't
know, I know that...
that was just an example, I don't know what either of them vote, to be honest. Alright, let's not get into it.
Yeah. I think Faye and Claire from Steps are both BNP members. I remember reading that somewhere.
That's not true.
That is
so untrue. He takes that back now.
I cannot be certain.
Right.
I think
that is definitely untrue.
I read it on the net and it's often wrong on the net.
Right. Definitely, he's going to retract that now, aren't
Definitely, yeah, well, I'm saying it's almost certainly untrue. I read it on the net.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and those things are always untrue.
Okay, all right. He's dissed the net now.
Yeah.
You've dissed the net. I can't believe it. Let's dig ourselves out of this hole now.
Well, Blue, now I definitely can quote this because I read it in The Sun.
Yeah.
Blue were being interviewed by, Blue, the pop band Blue. All Rise. Have you bought that album yet, Rick? I imagine that would be on your Christmas
I like it. One for the money and a free ride. Yeah.
Anyway, Blue were being interviewed by The Sun for when they were on a web chats by the lovable Dominic Mohan.
Yeah.
And for some reason they got around to September 11th, and one of the members of Blue said, again, church-like, I thought he's been blown out of all proportion. What about all the whales and elephants that are dying every day?
And the other band were going, shut up.
Yeah, it was funny, they gave a transcript of it going, shut up.
They had to do a retraction. He said, sorry, I didn't know. Oh.
Yeah, it was it. He said, obviously I'm very passionate about whales and elephants, and perhaps a bit misplaced. All the proceeds that I'll receive from our next single I'm going to give to the September 11th Foundation.
Yeah, and then he went, can I give some to the whales? No, you've done it again.
You've done it again.
Don't worry about the whales.
But this is what I mean, why are people asking the members of Blue...
Yeah.
Or Atomic Kitten, what they think about September the 11th.
I know.
They should just be working in a chippy, those people. They're lucky to be on the telly. The Atomic Kitten girls, really, I mean, do they not look like they should be in a chip shop? Or just hanging around outside an offie, drinking Diamond White cider?
They will be soon. Don't worry. Although Hearsay's new single, I've dissed Hearsay before, but they've come out with a little poppy thing. I think.
I suppose you, Rick. I prefer Liberty.
I prefer Liberty as well.
Yeah, a little bit funky, a little bit with the kids.
Yeah. Anyway, XFM 104.9.
Once again, our opinions on current pop bands. If you'd like to have your...
Hold on, though.
Go on, shoot.
Isn't it about time for, a hip-hop track?
Have we got it? Can you dig it up?
Song for the Lovers would be good.
I'll do that now. The Song for the Lovers. Now, this is a beautiful song. It's by Simon and Garfunkel. It's only 1 minute 49 long. It's called April Come She Will. But I'm worried. Obviously, the title's ironic. We're taking the mickey out of those things, but quite serious about all the songs we play.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm worried about it. People perceive it a bit like Simon Bates' R Tune album or something.
Steve Wright's Sunday Love Songs.
Yeah. But
Beautiful
lovely.
song.
Yeah.
When you think that you listen to like some dance track, you buy it and it's like 5 minutes long, the same thing, repetitive beats,
Yeah.
and then you hear that a minute and a half, classic.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, have I made my point, Rick?
I
I've
think
done it,
so. yeah. Oh, the youngsters today.
If anyone knows what my point was there, please give us a call.
phone in, and he's made it well.
Carl, have you got lined up for us?
Some R.E.M.
I don't
let's
know
play
about
the- Strokes on XFM 104.9. It's the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
the K-Man.
Well, it's time for the. Well, I think people wait for this now. I never knew really since I was doing the show that I actually had a bit of a knack for film reviews.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I discovered talent, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably be asked soon by Brian Orwell or Jonathan Ross to do something on that sort of thing, or maybe my own film. So I don't know, TV or.
The clock's ticking, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Okay. This week I've chosen.
Well, wait a minute, let's play the jingle.
Okay. The film review and that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. This week I've chosen My Left Foot.
Right.
Okay. Now, My Left Foot is a film about a bloke called Daniel Day-Lewis, who's all mental except for his left foot, right? And he has arguments. I can't remember. He had arguments with his dad, so I wasn't watching it properly. But even though he's mental apart from the foot, he does stuff with the foot that we could do all over, and he uses that to his best. I think he might write a book or something of paint. And the moral of this story is, even if you've only got a foot that works, you can still win prizes because it won the Oscar.
Okay. Am I right in saying that you're bringing a book out of these collected, maybe for the Christmas market?
I think I might.
Yeah. I see there's
Great
obvious market
films
there.
reviewed, sort of, what with it's a different outlook on it.
A different approach.
I don't just sort of like stray.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an approach that doesn't really use grammar, which you don't see that often in film reviews. But no, once again, what would you give it out of 10?
I didn't really concentrate. I can't remember a lot about it, but it won an Oscar. So I think it won an Oscar or something. So 9.
Okay, jolly good. Well, that was My Left Foot, which is probably available on sell-through video, maybe in a bargain bin. $5.99, probably on TV this Christmas. That's to be confirmed.
Eels, fresh feeding on XFM 104. I was going well, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
20 minutes to go. I think more of an up show. We've made some great hits and great songs
some
today,
great
haven't we?
music.
We've got some great features. A new feature. That film sounds good.
Looking forward to that.
That'll run and run.
Yep.
Song for if there's any record companies out there that want to put out a compilation of my songs for lovers, yeah. That's good. Anyone who wants me to do a film, any film you want.
Yeah. Reviewed.
I would finish a sentence.
Yeah, no, ideally, because it was anyone who wants me to do a film. Well, of course, being the top actor, you'd have probably appeared in a film.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. And that.
Jolly good. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're running out of steam. I can
It's
tell.
running out.
Yeah.
Go on.
Carl, have you seen it yet? I know you probably haven't, Rick. Cliff Richard's video for his new single.
Yep.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's bad, isn't it?
I saw it on Lorraine Kelly in the morning, Sky One. Great show. And and it's amazing. He's done a version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, but he's combined that.
No.
He's combined that with what was it? It's What a Wonderful World.
I wasn't really listening. I was looking at the pictures and I couldn't believe
It's What a Wonderful World and combined with Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
So he's done
two classic songs, two songs that have been done definitively by artists in the past. He's tried to combine them with a kind of Yamaha keyboard sound in the background.
What was his last year's one? It was Lord's Prayer with Over the Old Lang Syne.
He's just obsessed with combining two songs. Like, they're not good enough as they are. People will get bored. We better combine them.
Yeah.
It's like a mega mix, like a Cliff mega mix. I mean, the video is unbelievable. It's him flying through. It's all kind of sort of 2D animation, kind of almost sort of a collage of buildings and high-rise flats and that. Kids see him floating by. Yeah. They wave. They point to each other. They can't believe they're not. There goes Sir Cliff.
They're going, who's that?
Exactly.
He was around in the 50s.
And he's got a little one-dimensional Cliff with a kind of angelic glow flying through the sky, just bringing happiness to people as he sings.
Well, he does.
His real face kind of every so often kind of appearing and
I wonder where his real face is.
And it's one of the worst songs and one of the worst videos I've ever seen. I mean, I know people slag off Cliff and it's an easy target, but he actually deserves it because he's shameful.
Yeah.
He's embarrassing.
Yeah.
He's embarrassing.
I mean,
and he's arrogant.
well, everything's a disguised boast. I mean, I liked Devil Woman, I liked Miss Unites, I liked Wired for Sound, and I like Tall Speakers and Small Speakers. I like all sizes of speakers. You know that. You'll vouch me on that. Yeah. And he sang about it, which is good. And I'm often Wired for Sound, right? Carrie doesn't live here anymore. Where's she gone? She's just another message on a payphone wall. It's a story. But lately, I haven't had a lot of time for him.
Awful.
I remember he was on something on one chat show, and I think it was Des or Michael Asper or something. And I said, so you've had something? He said, yeah. He said, well, everyone knows that Elvis sold more records after his death than when he was alive. Little dig there against Elvis. He goes,
yeah.
Well, I've just overtaken his record for sales in the UK. Right, so he sets up that Elvis is only selling because he's dead.
Yeah.
And anyway, I've still beaten him in the UK. And I just think, yeah. And where'd you get the quiff from and the way to sing? Where'd you get that from, Cliff? Where did you think of that?
But it's those people he's just desperate for the credibility that he's never going to have.
I like it when he went round last year going, they're not playing my record, they're not playing my record, they're not playing. Oh, go on, play it. Number one.
Yeah.
Fooled you.
It was number one, the Millennium Prayer.
I know. Yeah. Well, it was. It was the Millennium, wasn't it?
It was, but I don't know who's buying it. I mean, I know you seem to claim it's some kind of like 60-year-old women, but they're not.
Yeah,
are they really a commercial force now?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carl seems to know that.
Well, like when you're born, you're a little baby, wrinkly and stuff. When you get older, you sort of morph into a baby again, and you go through the same phases. So when you're young, you buy singles. You get old, you got nothing to do all day. You got all your pension money. What will I buy? Cliff Richard's on the telly. Here's my video. Buy me song.
You see, that started off as quite a sensible point because I actually think they do it. But what was all that alien stuff about when you're born, you go wrinkly and you go wrinkly again? So sometimes you mix like normal things that human beings say with I don't know what.
Well, look, when you're a baby, you've got a little bald head, no teeth. You get old. What happens?
Are you a philosopher? Are you an official philosopher? Because, I mean, it sounds like it. Oh, Carl, play a record. You're a gem. You're a diamond.
XFM 104.9. Good to hear the Happy Mondays again. We're nearly through.
We are indeed.
We've had a little bit of chat. We've had a few laughs. We've had a few tears.
We have indeed.
We've introduced a new feature.
Looking forward to that next week.
Yeah, so soon it's just going to be wall-to-wall features, isn't it? It's going to be,
Well, I had an idea for a feature which you didn't seem to like, which was something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
You want to explain it? And
something old, an old song. Something new, a new song.
Yeah.
Something borrowed, a cover version.
Yeah.
And something blue, just a melancholy and beautiful song.
Right, okay, but does it have to be all four, or can it be anyone?
No, it's all four. You can play that over the course of the show. Or maybe just have a set 4 songs in a row, and that's that section.
So like a feature would be like this is either an old song or like a new song.
Yeah,
that's good. I think we've done that a few times.
No, it's not. We've
covered that.
Well, what's the difference? I'm playing a song from a film. Just because you give it a title, it's just a song from a film. You could play that anyway, couldn't you?
Brilliant.
It's all nonsense.
You've seen, cheers, Carl.
Brilliant.
Yeah, my ideas are good, aren't they? Because they're not only sort of accessible, but there's a little bit of depth there.
I think it's fair enough to let him have his little feature at the end of the show, though. Just, you know what I mean? Keep him happy, the song for the lovers.
Excellent. Well, but that's not till after Song 2 by Blur.
I remember the days when Carl didn't even want to be on the air. I remember the days when he was told by the establishment that he wasn't allowed to talk on the air. And now it's like as far as he's concerned, he's a third member of the team.
He's protected by me.
Right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Song 2 by Blur. We're running out of time. It's 5-2. Just got time for Steve's song for the ladies.
Wedding present, Rick, from the album Saturnalia. I think it's pronounced like that, and it's track 3, Dream World. A song
Looking forward
for the
to
ladies.
Goodbye.
I don't know how many times I've tried to warn, how many times I've heard you laugh and say, underneath it all, it's okay. How many times I've rang and sworn, given you one last chance and he'd let you down. But then he called and you go back round.
online. xfm.co.uk.
This is XFM.
Ash, there's a star on XFM 104.9, 1:05. That means it must be well in. 5 minutes in to the Ricky Gervais show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, he's here as well.
Yep.
Well, we've got some great tunes lined up, haven't
Have
we?
we?
We've got Eminem,
Have
we've got Coldplay, Oasis, we've got
Brilliant.
De La Soul, Chemical Brothers, Dr. Dre, Garbage, R.E.M., The Manics, we've got
Sure.
Muse, we've got Feeder, we've got some classic
I mean, you've said all those
Radiohead.
names, Rick, but the chances of us actually playing all of those are quite slim.
We might not get to them if we talk too much.
And obviously, we'll obviously drop a couple of those to play our own tracks as well.
Yeah. Well, they are our own tracks.
Yeah. You know.
Well,
I'm not gonna get into that now.
right. Here's Eminem. Eminem, the real Slim Shady. Now, even though that sort of record is you know, relatively recent, and it's, you know, it's quite hardcore what's going on about, you know, subject matter that is adult, really.
Certainly.
And it's quite aggressive and it's cool, but he still managed to make it sound like a novelty record.
It is,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like a little sing. I know that's intention, and that's good. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's nice that he's got a nice little tune. It could be like a little cartoon figure. Here comes Flumpy McMump.
yeah. But the irony is, isn't there like a video you can get now which is a cartoon Slim Shady? The